Hey, what's up guys, this is Zeus5635 here, back in Atroneer. Well, actually I'm not in the game right now because I'm here to show you the new research update. Now this is the first update that has done a complete overhaul of one of the major systems of the game. Now we've seen updates in the past that have added little things like the dynamite update that just added dynamite and a couple other things. Not very like game changing, just adding a few little things here and there, which is always nice. But this completely changed the research system. And we all know the research system to where you get a research pod, you fill it up with power, you put a research pod in it, and then you wait a couple of seconds, you get a random roll, and then you get a research of a random item. Well, this completely took that away, and it redid it in a completely unique way. So let's just get into it. And it says a bunch of stuff here. Now this update dropped on December 18th. So that's nice, and there's a bunch of information on the forums right here, introducing a new concept called bytes. Bytes are basically like the currency that you use to buy blueprints. So instead of getting a random roll, you get to actually choose what you want to unlock. Instead of unlocking things like filters or power cells, you can actually unlock the truck as soon as you would like. You just gotta save up the right amount. Obviously, like more, I guess like harder things to obtain require a lot more bytes. Like the truck, for instance, cost I think 8,000 bytes, whenever like power cells cost like 200. You know, it's just all up to the number of bytes. And now bytes they're actually obtained by researching things. Now instead of just researching pods like you can see here in the picture, you can research anything. So you can, well, just about anything. You can research compound, resin, you know. So long story short, you can research just about anything you want. The more rare it is, the more bytes you get. You kind of get the system now. Now the new research station actually requires a constant run of power. It doesn't have a save bar or anything like that, just like the smelter or things like that. It doesn't have the yellow bars to where you fill them up. As you can see in the picture right here, it needs a constant flow of power to keep researching an item. As you can see on the little pad right there, it says processing research sample. It tells you how many bytes you get out of it, which is from that one is 8,813, and then it shows the time remaining, which is about 2 hours, and then the power graph. So basically you just put something in there, you click the big red button on the side, it flips up a panel, and then you click another button, and then you start researching it. Now it takes a while, and it constantly flows you in bytes as you're researching it. It doesn't give you the 8,813 at the very end. It slowly feeds you bytes as it's being researched. Now you can always cancel a research item to put something else in, or if you just want to cancel it, but it will destroy the remaining amount of bytes and the object itself. And like I said, you can research anything. If you want to keep an item like a titanium, which will give you a pretty decent amount of bytes, do not research it if you want to keep it, because it will destroy it at the end. I'm going to go ahead and get into a game and show you guys all about this in just a second, but I'll show you a couple other things. It just says like they're working on a bunch of new stuff, and they have a bunch of little bugs updated and things like that, and added new game tutorial, crash report, things like that. A bunch of little things updated. The main focus of this update was for the research. That's obviously why it's called a research update. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop into a game that I've made and show you guys all this. Alright guys, so here I am. I'm on my planet here with my little base that I started earlier today, and I've built it up quite a bit. And as you can see right here, this is a research pod. Now it looks a bit different, and as you can see, it has 3 holes in the middle. Like I said, you can research just about anything. So I can take literally a piece of compound, put it right there, grab this little pad right here, and it'll tell me everything I need to know. Total data sample, so it gives me 40 bytes. It takes 4 minutes if it has that amount of power. It can be overcharged. See, it just jumped down to 8 minutes with half that power. If I have double the power, then it's 2 minutes. And then you just flip this little switch right here, press the check, and it'll start going. And like I said earlier, it needs a constant flow of power. So power is coming in from this wind vane right here, but if that were to stop, then it would stop researching. And as you can see, if you go into your little pad thing right here, you can see the total number of bytes at the top right, and you can see it's slowly going up just because I'm doing something so small. But also, yeah, this is a new thing, your little pad right here. So if you go into your backpack and you press the backpack button again, which on the Xbox is Y, or if you just hover over it right here, it's on the left side, you can pull it up. And now there are 4 different categories, which is like the buildings, which is the smelter, the printer, the vehicle bay, all things like that. And then a couple of other random things like dynamite, for some reason that's in there. And then you got your vehicles. You got like the medium rover, you got the seats for it, you got vehicle accessories and things like that. And then you got the habitat, and then you got the power area right here that gives you different power, and you can research all of these things. I have most of them unlocked, but as you can see right here, like power cells is 300 bytes, and then the filters is 300 bytes as well. I believe the small oxygen tank was 1600 bytes, and then small battery was like 2000 or something like that. Then you got the research chamber, the canister, some other building things right here. You got some mods and things like that. Like, see, that one is 3000 bytes. I have just about everything unlocked in this game right here. And so, as you can see, I got 3 research chambers, and that's because I can research 3 different things at the same time, and it'll all stack. Like, it says 20 bytes per minute right now. I've had it up to like I believe it was 614 bytes per minute. So it was racking me in bytes real quick. And you can actually save it for exactly what you want, so you don't have to randomly get an item. You can actually save up if you want the medium turbine like now, then you can save up for it. And this actually makes turbines, like the wind vanes and the wind turbines, a lot more useful, because at night you have almost no source of power, so you have no bytes coming in, so you're kind of just waiting because you can't do the old research anymore. And now, like I said, the more rare the thing is, the more bytes it gets you. And the regular research pods, you know, the weird looking ones, they give you quite a bit more bytes than actual resources like this titanium or that compound or something like that. Now, the ones that give you the most amount of bytes, the absolute most that I have found so far, are the ones that you can find in the crashed ships, such as this crash site right over here. The ones that you can find from these that look like they were man-made, those are the ones that give you the most. I have only found those to give me 7,000 bytes or up each. Most of them gave me 9,000 something bytes, and it took around 2 hours or about an hour and a half or something like that, but they give you a ton of bytes. And if you can just stick them in there and forget about them, and then you'll just have bytes slowly coming in. You can slowly unlock what you want while you go do other things, like you go mine and things like that. You can always access the number of bytes that you have with your backpack right here. I don't know, there's the what is this, the hydrazine catalyzer that was added a little bit ago, but we have all seen that before and things like that. But yeah, that's just about it with the research update, guys. You got your little thing in your backpack here that shows you all the blueprints and things like that. Obviously, once you buy the blueprints, you have to then go and make the actual things. Like, I had to take a while till I could research the large rover right here. But as soon as I did, I still had to build it with the aluminum and compound. They changed a couple other things, like the look of some resources, like the color of compound isn't like that weird color anymore, and then resin is a yellow now, and everything has just slowly been changing, and this is the first one that they did a complete overhaul of one of the systems. Now, this is most likely going to be the research system that they use in the future for their actual game. It probably won't be the exact same, as they will keep updating it, but this is just the first overhaul of a system in this game, and I really like where they're going with it. New concept with the bytes and things like that, and then overhaul of the research system. It just makes it a lot more intricate and things like that, as you can see. Like, I think that was 100 bytes. That's super easy to get. Get that from just about anything. But yeah, I think that's just about it, guys. So if you guys like this video and you want more like it, keep it tuned here, and I will see you all in the next one.